Looking at this bunker, I've come to the conclusion that my previous conclusion was incorrect. I quite like the base, so I'm not going to change it. It's the turret that might need changing. So there's a nice little bit of grassery and mud and the doorway. And the problem is that kind of stands out. So I think I will tone down the yellow sand colour on the turret and add a bit of green. What do you reckon? Give it a go. Can always paint over it again. Right, there it is, camouflaged, and it came out alright. That's sort of how I imagined it, which is good. And I was going to weather it, but something is telling me to stop there. Good thing about weathering is you can always do it later. So I think this is done, and I like it. It's very nice. The problem, as I always say with camouflage, is you've camouflaged the thing, so it's very hard to see. So it's working. I do wonder if I should camouflage the concrete neck. Might do that another day if I decide to do some weathering. So there is a rather nice little, very simple and rather cheap little model of a bunker with a turret on top. Yeah, I could see this kind of thing could be addictive. Makes a change. So there it is, done. So I'm in the mood for tying up loose ends, because there's a lot of sort of odds and ends to be done, and therefore when you're in that kind of mood, seize the day and start a whole new model. Is that sensible? Not really. So I'm going to make a start on that one, which makes no sense whatsoever. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your appreciation, and see you again soon. I'll leave it at that. Oops, there's always an "and finally," isn't there? I didn't show it from the top, which I think looks rather nice from the top. Plausible, I would call it, plausible. So there we are, done. See you again soon. There is one last thing. I know it's a nuisance when I keep saying farewell and then coming back, but I feel like a bit of a charlatan, because I have, looking back at previous stuff, I've given the impression that I'm doing one model at a time, that I'm organised and I know what I'm doing, and that I have a plan, whereas I don't. Now, I live in random chaos. Generally speaking, we think I've got attention deficit disorder of quite a magnitude, and I tend to live in this glorified cupboard at the end of the house where I do 1,000,001 things, and so consequently I might not be making any models for a little bit, because I've run out of glue.